Hey guys, so I'm going to explain to you your final literary analysis work that you need to do once you complete the reading of your book. You've done this before with independent reading, so this is really just a review. So you'll do the IR Week 5 document. Again, just explain doing your IR focus question, answering that and giving your summary. And then you turn to this once your book is done. So there are 3 parts to it. You have your literary analysis, your theme development, and your personal reflection. So literary analysis, you have a bunch of options on the next page, and you are going to choose one of them. Each of those options is explained in detail with what question you have to answer. But no matter what question you're choosing, you have to have 3 direct quotes with MLA citation, author's last name, page number, that gives evidence to answer your question. So if you look on the next page, right, you'll see here are your literary analysis options. Each number is a different option for you to complete. There are 7 total. And then each letter under that number is what you have to do. So for example, if you were to do number 1, which deals with characterization, A is telling you to give a character trait to describe the protagonist, the main character. I give you some examples. Remember, we're avoiding words like they're bad or they're nice. And then B and C are the same for every option, reminding you to have 3 direct quotes with MLA citation. For characterization, it will prove the character is acting that way. So if you say your character is greedy, then your 3 quotes should prove that that character is being greedy. And then in your quote, you're just going to explain how does that quote prove this person is being greedy, this person's being responsible, whatever it is. Okay, so you're going to go through and choose your option to complete. 2 deals with how your character changes. So in the beginning, your character is untrustworthy, but by the end, they are reliable. And your 3 quotes will help show that change, beginning, middle, end. Character motivation, what motivates them to do what they do, what are they trying to get out of a situation. Again, your 3 quotes will show that character doing something because of that motivation, and then you explain how are they motivated and why. 4 is explaining challenges that your protagonist faces, how they respond, and what you learn about the character's response. So for each of your 3 quotes, choose a different challenge they face, and that quote might show how they react. And then you will explain how that reaction helps you to understand the character better. 5 is analyzing conflicts, any problems. So A would be explaining the conflict that they're involved in. If there's more than one, you can do so, but you can also just focus on one main conflict. Your 3 quotes will show how that character is involved in the conflict, and then you'll explain why that conflict's important to the plot or the story. It's probably the main conflict, the main problem that's actually creating the story. 6, how important is setting? So A, just explain the setting, time and place of the book. Your 3 quotes will show where the setting is important to the book, and then for each quote, you're explaining why. You might even add in how would things be different if the setting is different. So for example, when we read Uglies, if the setting wasn't in the future, then the story would have been totally different because we wouldn't have that backstory with the Rusties. So you could kind of explain that as well. And then 7, how does the book fit its genre? So you have to state what the genre is. Those are things like mystery, suspense, romance, action, adventure, that sort of thing. And then 3 direct quotes that help prove that those requirements are met for that. And then explain in your explanations, how does the direct quote prove that genre? So if you say it's mystery, your 3 quotes should support that, and then you explain how. You write this out down below. Here's your literary analysis question. You give your answer down below. The second part that you have to do deals with theme development. Remember, theme is what the lesson is that everyone should learn after reading this book. If you struggle coming up with this, think about what the character learns. If the main character learns something, chances are the author also wants you to take that lesson. So you have to do 2 things here. You have to state what the theme would be. So what is that lesson? Keep in mind that the theme is not just a word. You can't just say friendship. But what do you learn about friendship? That you can always trust people, that friends are key to survival. It needs to be a complete sentence. And then you are going to explain how a literary element develops this theme. So I give you a bunch up here, they're underlined, that you have to explain how that helps to develop that theme. So for example,